Well, in this land of abundance, there are still those who go hungry, which is why Oklahoma's Farm Bureau is trying to solve the problem.
Oklahoma's food banks are joining forces with the state's farmers and ranchers to stomp out hunger. They've launched a major campaign, Farmers Fighting Hunger.
Oklahoma's always been known as an agricultural state, and the agriculture community has always supported the food bank in our efforts throughout the years. And we're glad we're doing this promotion with the Farm Bureau again, Farmers Fighting Hunger.
As Executive Director of the Regional Food Bank of Oklahoma, Rodney Bivens has a front row seat to hunger and what it takes to eliminate the problem.
Well, ultimately the key is people have the economic means to be able to go to the grocery store and shop like anyone else to be able to provide for their family. The amazing part, the average family size we serve is 3 with the average annual income of $11,440, and that's $4,000 below the poverty level. And so people all constantly have to make decisions whether they can afford to put gas in their car to get to work, whether they can afford to put food on their table, whether they'll be able to afford to pay their rent this month. And so a lot of times they have to go into the emergency food closet at their local church or a local food pantry to get a box of food to get by that last week or 2 weeks of the month.
The food bank will get a big boost the weekend of November 9th through the 11th. That's when Farm Bureau members will gather for their annual meeting at the Cox Convention Center in Oklahoma City. Members are asked to bring non-perishable goods. Farm Bureau President Steve Copeland explains why his organization is getting involved.
To bring more into focus the fact that those of us who produce food in this country realize the blight of those that may be hungry. You know, we're trying to put together a service or a program that will, you know, bring people's attention to the fact that we realize that that situation exists out there, and we're going to try to do something about it.
A booth manned by members of the Farm Bureau Young Farmers and Ranchers Committee will be set up at the convention's trade show for donation drop-offs. Organizers say it's important to remember this is a statewide effort that will continue well beyond the November convention.
Well, the two food banks, the Community Food Bank of Eastern Oklahoma and the Regional Food Bank of Oklahoma, we serve all 77 counties in Oklahoma. And obviously, it serves our interest as well as the farmers' interest. We can link those two things together. People who are hungry need food, and food that's being produced in our state. Somehow to link those better, that we can get maybe gleaned crops in the fields that are mechanically produced, but product being left in the fields that maybe could be gleaned to be donated. Make more awareness among the farmers. There are people who are hungry in this state that need food. And the other thing, just make the general public aware of the fact there are hungry people in our state, especially children.
Copeland adds this is just another example of how Oklahoma farmers are always willing to share what little they may have.
Every producer that I'm aware of really loves the occupation they're in, and they want to share that bounty with those who are less fortunate. So it's just a way for them to help their fellow mankind.